Hello there, it's Teacher Han here. You can call me Chahan. My student ID is 0712500042 and my course code is LSP103/05 of Interpersonal Skills. In this presentation, I will evaluate how Maya and Jordan can rebuild trust in the rebranding riff case using two theories from Unit 4, which are the social penetration theory and social exchange theory. With this in mind, I'll apply each theory with its own strength and weakness, supported via scholarly articles, and propose a long-term plan as well. Please bear in mind that social penetration theory will be given SPT and social exchange theory will be given SET for simplifications. So, this case involved the breakdown of Maya and Jordan's professional friendship due to Jordan's father having illness, which led to missed milestones and eventually Maya's public outbursts. This has caused humiliation to Jordan, the erosion of trust between them, and a cold transactional atmosphere in the office which affects Aiden, who might be forced to choose sides every moment, and the project as well. So the key issues found were the lack of self-disclosure, too demanding expectations, and the failure to repair them. How can SPT help? It can help because it involves communications, otherwise this problem isn't simply getting anywhere, in which someone has to make the first move. Since Maya started it by misunderstanding Jordan first, she should start the repenetration. This is crucial because it allows Maya to know more about Jordan and how he communicates in order to predict how to interact with him in the future. For example, Maya should have noticed more about Jordan's normal behaviors and his current behaviors to detect without even saying something is really wrong. With this, she can be able to identify if Jordan is going through something or had actually become lazy as she assumed. However, it might not even work out and even if all the right restoration methods are used, it could result in short-term or a long-term relation of discord and resentment between them. This is because if Maya didn't have the necessary knowledge and tools like boundaries, emotional regulation, communication tactics, empathy, etc., she will only respond in unhelpful and damaging ways. So, if Maya continued the same destructive criticism that she misunderstood for his laziness all along, it will negatively impact the entire working environment for the worse. In the long term, the relationship becomes unsalvageable, and not only the company will fall, but they also lost the trust from others and jobs for their employees. The second theory that can be of use is the SET or social exchange theory. This is because it relies on the need for a higher perceived benefit of needing to communicate than just giving the silent treatment. This is only not just because they can reopen their relationships to each other, but also to rebuild the trust that have been lost between the two of them. This requires both Maya and Jordan as team members to show renewed goodwill towards each other and to forget past violations by improving social exchanges with effective information sharing, ethical behavior, and more frequent collaborations. If applied great enough, both of them will avoid making assumptions about each other, and even if such misunderstandings reoccur in the future, they will be at a much more calmer and more patient state to ask instead of assume and forgive and forget any heated moments that have occurred in the past, are occurring right now in the present, or will occur in the future. Unfortunately, this can also come with a drawback, like one side hiding knowledge from the other, even if the long-term outcome was a good outcome. This is because in relationship conflicts, it will always have the undesirable effect of personal affectivity and behavior which enhances any individual's willingness to benefit themselves over others. Thus, in a relationship conflict like in diets would make people generate a feeling that others such as supervisors or co-workers should be accountable for any losses in the process of exchanges. Moreover, the influence of relationship conflict on knowledge, hiding the lens of social exchange as people in relationship conflict focus more on their personal interests by hiding knowledge from others. So, the want to hide at least something from Maya by Jordan is inevitable to happen at any moment that Maya assumed that her misunderstanding is the correct assumption or had accused Jordan of being lazy earlier. Okay, how to save the relationship in the long term. The first phase is the immediate repair phase, which is started by the first week, in which there will be a private apology meeting in which Maya expresses her regret for the outburst and Jordan shares his crisis if he is ready. If so, Maya offers her immediate support. The second to fourth week will be filled with weekly check-ins to realign tasks and feedback to eliminate Aiden as the buffer. The milestone of this phase is to ensure that the direct communications are resumed and to show that the trust survey shows improvement. The second phase is the consolidation phase, in which the second to third month joint projects and workshops for deeper sharing to ensure the balanced workloads. The fourth to sixth month are filled with bi-weekly reviews as well as role adjustments to maintain the balance even further. The milestone in this phase is to ensure that the pre-review synergy is restored as well as the projected metrics of the project are improved. The third phase is the ongoing maintenance phase, in which there will be quarterly chats for continuous disclosure as well as team training on communications. The contingency to all of these phases is to revert to apologies if any setbacks occur. These are the reference lists that I used with the sources that I used to make this presentation. Thank you, and I hope you all have a great day.